It's happening, and almost no one is ready. The last 3 days of September 2025 are not just closing a month, they're the start of something new. Most people won't notice. They'll move through these days like nothing is different. But you can't ignore it. The moon is moving into a rare position, setting off 9 powerful events before this month ends. Each one is designed to push you forward, to awaken the part of you that can't stay hidden anymore. That's why this message has reached you now, because once tomorrow comes, everything starts moving and nothing will feel the same. So stay with me, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and type 999 in the comments to show you're ready for what's coming. September 28th, 29th and 30th are not just the end of the month. They're a doorway, a window of time that arrives only once in a long while, and it's here to change the rhythm of your days. These last 3 nights are charged with movement. The moon is stepping into an alignment that shakes up what has been stuck, opening paths you couldn't see before. For you, it won't just be something happening above. You'll feel it in how you think, how you connect with people, and the way your future starts to line up. Old weight begins to fall away, and a stronger version of you steps forward. This is not random, it's timed, and it's meant for you. Right now, the cosmos is setting the stage for an atmosphere that feels charged with possibility, like standing at the edge of a vast horizon just before sunrise. Across these closing days of September, a unique rhythm hums through the universe, reflecting a perfect balance between completion and fresh momentum. Astrology shows how this timing blends steady Earth influence with the adventurous spark of air signs. That mix brings balance, steady enough to keep your feet on the ground, exciting enough to inspire new ideas. Venus adds creativity and harmony, while Mars offers the drive to move forward with confidence. Together, they create a background that makes progress feel natural. Numerologically, September carries the number 9, a symbol of completion and wisdom. Add the dates 28, 29, 30, and more, meaning unfolds. 2 stands for cooperation, 8 for growth and success, and 3 for bright self-expression. When these numbers join, they suggest closing chapters that make space for better opportunities and stronger connections. Spiritually, these nights encourage a refreshing kind of self-discovery. It's about bringing insights into action, letting ideas take form in conversations, projects, or simple shifts that set up the months ahead. The peak of this alignment doesn't shout for attention. It invites participation. By the time October steps in, the momentum created now can launch creative ventures, strengthen connections, and reveal new directions that match who you are becoming. The first event you will experience during these days is the quiet shift, beginning on September. As the sky starts preparing for the luminous window of the 28th to 30th, this evening unfolds like the calm before a celebration, where everyday noise softens and thoughts feel clearer. Many notice that decisions that once seemed complicated suddenly appear simple, as if a light has turned on in the mind. During this time, personal priorities rise to the surface. Old distractions lose importance, making room for fresh intentions that feel exciting and relevant. Relationships can ease into a lighter rhythm, allowing honest words to flow without tension. Even small moments, a walk outside or a casual talk, can highlight how much growth has quietly taken place. It's also a natural point for reflection on the past months. Goals that once felt far away now look closer, and confidence grows with each realization. This is not about rushing forward, but about recognizing steady progress, a perfect warm-up for the bigger moon event about to shine. The second event arrives on September 28th, when the moon event reaches its first highlight, bringing a sense of forward movement that's hard to ignore. The night seems to invite action, encouraging steps that have been delayed or ideas that have waited for the right moment. Motivation flows more easily, and tasks that once felt heavy can be started with surprising ease. Many people experience a natural urge to refresh their surroundings, reorganizing a space, beginning a creative project, or starting a healthy habit. It's a day when possibilities stand out in bright color, making the next move obvious and exciting. Conversations can carry extra spark. Honest exchanges with friends or loved ones may open new directions, strengthening bonds and creating a sense of shared purpose that continues well beyond this single night. The third event unfolds on September 29th, blending the steady influence of earth signs with the breezy lift of air elements. This mix creates balance between practical action and adventurous thinking, a combination that makes decisions feel both smart and bold. Daily routines may flow with unexpected ease, as if timing suddenly lines up in your favor. Creative ideas often land effortlessly, offering solutions or inspiration at just the right moment. A project that felt stalled can find momentum, while a personal goal might suddenly look achievable. Simple experiences take on fresh meaning. A conversation, a walk, or even a quiet pause can spark insight that reshapes plans for the weeks ahead. It's a day that supports confident steps forward while keeping everything grounded and manageable. The fourth event takes place on September 30th, closing the 3-day window with a strong sense of completion and new beginnings. This is the night that ties the entire sequence together, giving the feeling that a door is opening toward the coming month. Goals set earlier can gain a clear direction, and lingering tasks are easier to finish. It's an ideal time to celebrate progress in personal ways, sharing gratitude, enjoying simple accomplishments, or making a decision that sets the stage for October. Many discover that a quiet satisfaction follows, a recognition that the work of the month has prepared them for what's next. As the evening unfolds, confidence strengthens. Ideas planted earlier in the week begin to root, creating a foundation for steady growth. The September moon event ends not with a final note, but with the promise of lasting momentum, carrying its influence into the days ahead. The fifth event arrives as October waits just beyond the horizon, beginning late on the night of September 30th and stretching into the early hours that follow. This moment carries the glow of transition, as if the universe is quietly shifting the scene from one act to the next. The days just past have prepared you for this, and now a natural confidence starts to settle in. Ideas that felt scattered during the month begin to line up, revealing clear next steps. It is a time when many people notice a stronger sense of direction, as though the road ahead has finally come into view after a long, winding path. During this event, relationships often take on a fresh depth. Conversations flow more easily, and long-standing questions about partnerships, friendships, or creative collaborations can find practical answers. The influence of Venus adds warmth to these interactions, making it easier to speak honestly and hear the truth in return. It's an opportunity to strengthen bonds or gently release connections that no longer support growth. Each small exchange carries a weight that can guide you toward a more balanced future. This is also a fertile period for personal projects. Saturn's steady guidance gives structure to ambitions, turning broad ideas into realistic plans. Whether it's organizing finances, setting a new routine, or outlining a creative vision, the work started here is likely to hold strong in the months ahead. What began as a spark during the earlier moon event now shows itself as something you can build on, step by step. The sixth event unfolds as early October begins to make itself known, but its influence is rooted in the closing days of September. This phase is about expansion of outlook and courage in decision-making. Jupiter's presence encourages a wider perspective, a chance to think bigger than usual without slipping into unrealistic expectations. It's like standing on a balcony and seeing a broader view of your life than you have in months. People often discover an unexpected enthusiasm for learning or exploration during this period. It might be a desire to travel, to take up a new skill, or to dive deeper into a subject that has long been intriguing. These impulses aren't fleeting. They can lead to real growth if given attention. What matters is the willingness to follow curiosity where it leads, trusting that even small steps in a new direction can open surprising doors. Friendships and community ties can also strengthen now. Group projects or shared experiences hold extra meaning, as if teamwork carries an invisible boost. Whether it's joining a class, collaborating on a project, or simply spending time with supportive people, these connections add momentum to the changes already underway. The combined influence of Jupiter and the grounding planets makes this an ideal time to invest in bonds that expand your world. The seventh event begins as Mercury's influence sharpens communication. After the grand visions of Jupiter, this phase is about refining the details and making sure messages land clearly. Words carry extra impact, and conversations that might once have been avoided can now be approached with confidence and ease. This isn't limited to serious talks. Creative expression also benefits, making it a great moment for writing, public speaking, or sharing ideas that deserve a wider audience. During this time, many people experience a surprising flow in daily tasks, emails, projects, and errands that once dragged now move along smoothly. It's as if timing is on your side, offering small but meaningful rewards for staying organized and focused. The clarity that arrives with this event is perfect for setting intentions for October, outlining goals, or confirming decisions made during the earlier moon event from September 28th to 30th. Relationships benefit as well. Misunderstandings can be cleared, and new levels of honesty emerge, whether it's a heart-to-heart with a close friend or a practical discussion at work. Words have a way of bridging gaps that once felt wide. By the end of this phase, many people find themselves lighter and more connected, ready for the next chapter. The eighth event crowns the sequence, arriving like a soft finale that still carries a powerful message. Here, the influence of the entire month gathers into a single forward-moving push. It's a time of integration, where everything learned and experienced during the moon event and the days around it comes together. The focus is on alignment, bringing thoughts, actions, and goals into harmony so that progress feels natural and sustainable. This is often when the deeper meaning of the past week becomes clear. The choices made on the 28th, 29th, and 30th begin to show their value, revealing why certain doors opened and others closed. The sense of transition that started with the first event now reaches a satisfying conclusion, offering a quiet confidence that carries into the weeks ahead. Community, creativity, and personal ambition all gain support here. Plans started during the earlier stages can be refined and strengthened, ready to grow in the fresh energy of October. Many people find that this period sparks a calm determination, a willingness to keep moving forward without the rush of urgency. It is the moment when the lessons of September settle into daily life, shaping the season to come. As the eighth event draws to a close, the influence of the September moon event remains steady but subtle, like a guiding hand that no longer needs to be seen to be trusted. What began as a three-night highlight has now become a foundation for growth, carrying its impact quietly into the future. With each of these 8 events, the final days of September stand out as a bridge between past and future, offering direction, renewal, and the confidence to step boldly into what comes next. The horizon of late September carries a power that words can only begin to touch. As the calendar moves toward the final stretch of the month, everything that has quietly built during the past weeks starts to rise into sharper focus. It isn't about sudden drama or spectacle. It's about a clear, undeniable understanding that begins to glow from within, a recognition of how much has been learned and how ready you are to live that truth. The September 28th to 30th moon event stands as a single luminous marker of that readiness. But the deeper revelation reaches far beyond a few dates on a page. What emerges now is the awareness that every action, every conversation, every small decision of the past season has been part of a larger rhythm. Choices made months ago, some deliberate, some that seemed unimportant, begin to show their quiet influence. It's as though a thread runs through them all, connecting scattered moments into a single tapestry. That recognition can be surprising, even a little breathtaking, because it shows that progress didn't wait for a perfect plan. It unfolded while life was being lived, weaving together effort, intuition, and chance into something steady and real. This insight brings a new kind of freedom.
The past is no longer a list of missteps or victories. It becomes a foundation. Lessons once hidden inside everyday routines are suddenly easy to see. You can look back without regret and forward without hesitation, because the meaning of those experiences is now obvious. They weren't random. They prepared you for the decisions and opportunities that are opening right now. What once felt like separate chapters has turned into a single continuous story of growth. Standing in this awareness is like stepping into a room that has always existed, but was locked until now. The door was never guarded. It simply needed the right moment to swing wide. In that space, confidence feels natural. Plans don't have to be forced, and next steps don't need to be perfect. Direction reveals itself in quiet ways, a conversation that inspires action, a sudden clarity about where to invest time, a realization about what truly matters. The revelation is not about discovering something outside of yourself. It's about recognizing the strength that has been present all along. During these days, the world around you seems to respond to this inner change. Colors appear brighter, not because the sky has altered, but because attention has sharpened. Ordinary sounds, wind through trees, laughter across a room, carry a new depth. These are not magical events. They are everyday realities finally noticed for their richness. Awareness itself becomes the transformation. What once was routine now feels alive with meaning, because you are fully present to it. The most striking part of this awakening is the calm it brings. It isn't the stillness of inactivity, but the steady quiet of certainty. Doubt loses its edge. Worry about timing or approval begins to fade, because you can see the broader design at work. Even challenges lose their sting when viewed through this lens, because they are recognized as part of the same continuous growth.
Every experience, pleasant or hard, has carried its own lesson, and now those lessons stand together like a constellation that finally forms a clear shape. As the moon event lingers in memory, the days that follow carry a gentle invitation to live from this understanding. Relationships become more authentic when approached from this clarity. Conversations that once felt heavy can now be direct and kind, free of hidden agendas. Work and creativity gain a natural flow because effort aligns with genuine desire rather than obligation. Each action, no matter how small, carries a quiet confidence that was not as strong before. What makes this period profound is not a single turning point, but the recognition that you are already moving within a larger harmony. The insight is simple yet powerful. Nothing has been wasted. Even the moments you once wished to forget have contributed to a wisdom that no book or teacher could provide. That realization lands like a deep breath of fresh air, without strain, without effort, simply present and undeniable. This is the climax of the journey, not a loud celebration, but an unmistakable awareness that you are capable of shaping the future with intention and grace. The final nights of September have illuminated that truth, and the path ahead now shines with possibilities that are real, grounded, and entirely within reach. The understanding that arrived in those final September nights does not fade with the turning of the calendar. Instead, it settles in like a quiet companion, reshaping how each new morning begins. What once felt like routine now carries a subtle electricity, as though every ordinary action hums with potential. It isn't about chasing dramatic change, it's about living with a new steadiness, an inner compass that no longer wavers. The insight uncovered between the 28th and 30th continues to echo, reminding you that life's rhythm can be trusted. This next stage is where the revelation proves itself. Daily choices, where to spend time, which ideas to nurture, how to care for connections, become more deliberate but not heavy. Decisions are made with a calm certainty that surprises even you. Doubts that once interrupted plans start to dissolve, replaced by a quiet confidence that each step will meet the right circumstances when it needs to. It's as if the scattered pieces of experience have fused into a single direction, clear without being rigid. Relationships reflect this inner shift almost immediately. Conversations feel more genuine, free of the old need to defend or persuade.
Listening becomes easier because you no longer fear what silence might reveal. Bonds that were strained begin to soften. Others grow stronger as shared purpose rises naturally to the surface. Instead of searching for perfect words, honesty flows with ease, and mutual understanding deepens in unexpected ways. Creative work and personal projects benefit as well. Ideas once set aside now return with fresh vitality, and the energy to carry them forward seems to arrive exactly when required. Deadlines feel less like pressure and more like invitations. The difference isn't in the tasks themselves, but in the mindset guiding them. What once required constant pushing now unfolds with a sense of partnership between effort and timing. Perhaps the most striking change is the way time itself is experienced. Hours no longer race or drag, they expand and contract around true priorities. Moments of focus stretch pleasantly, while unimportant distractions lose their grip. This natural pacing creates a quiet joy in simple activities, walking, preparing a meal, even sorting through everyday tasks, because each one feels anchored in challenges still appear, but they no longer define the day. Obstacles are approached with a clear eye and a steady heart, recognized as opportunities to practice the wisdom gained during those luminous September nights. Instead of resisting difficulty, you meet it with curiosity, knowing that every situation contains a chance to grow stronger and wiser. The revelation wasn't a promise of ease, it was a reminder of resilience. As weeks pass, this inner clarity continues to mature. New ideas surface, and long-term visions begin to take shape without the old urgency. Plans are made with both ambition and patience, an understanding that lasting change builds steadily. This perspective frees you to dream boldly while staying grounded, blending imagination with the practical steps that turn vision into reality. The lasting gift of that late September awakening is a sense of wholeness. Nothing from the past needs to be hidden or rewritten. Every experience has contributed to the strength and insight you now carry. This realization brings a peace that is anything but passive. It fuels action, creativity, and meaningful connection, all guided by the knowledge that life supports forward movement when it aligns with authentic desire. Standing in this new chapter, the memory of the moon event becomes less about a single celestial moment and more about an enduring inner landscape. It serves as a touchstone whenever uncertainty arises, a reminder that clarity can emerge even in the most ordinary circumstance. The true climax was never about a dramatic sign in the sky. It was and remains the discovery of a steady brilliance within, a brilliance that now lights every step ahead. The clarity sparked by those late September nights now begins to influence the way ambitions take shape. Goals once stacked like a checklist start to rearrange themselves into something more fluid. Instead of rushing to accomplish everything at once, you naturally choose what holds the most meaning. Priorities sharpen without pressure, and projects that once felt scattered start to organize themselves around a deeper purpose. This isn't about slowing down, it's about moving with a rhythm that matches your true pace. Each morning carries a quiet invitation to engage with life in a more vivid way. Colors seem brighter in small details, a single tree outlined against the sky, the sound of distant laughter, the texture of everyday surroundings. These moments don't distract from larger plans, they enrich them. Awareness turns into a steady source of inspiration, feeding ideas and solutions that feel both fresh and practical. You begin to notice how inspiration finds you when you stop chasing it. Interactions with the world take on a different. When meeting new people or reconnecting with familiar faces, you sense an effortless ease. There's no urge to impress or outshine. Instead, curiosity guides the conversation. This genuine interest strengthens connections and opens unexpected opportunities for collaboration. Even brief encounters can spark meaningful exchanges that linger long after the meeting ends. Work, too, carries a lighter energy. Challenges arise, but instead of weighing you down, they spark creativity. Problems that once felt like barriers now resemble puzzles waiting to be solved. Solutions emerge from unexpected angles, sometimes during a walk, other times in the middle of an unrelated task. What used to demand hours of focused effort can now unfold naturally, because the mind has learned to trust its own timing. The body responds as well. Movements become more intentional, whether during exercise, daily routines, or simple tasks. Strength feels steadier and more balanced. It's not about pushing limits, but about enjoying the way motion connects you to the present. Each action seems to carry a quiet confidence, a reminder that physical presence supports mental clarity. Finances and practical matters begin to reflect the inner change. Decisions about money, work, or long-term plans feel less charged with anxiety. Travel, whether near or far, begins to carry more purpose. Even a short trip across town can become a chance to observe new perspectives. Landscapes shift, conversations surprise, and the mind absorbs details that later weave into future plans. Movement no longer feels like escape. It becomes an exploration of how wide the world really is. Relationships deepen further as you continue to embody the insight gained. Old conflicts lose their grip because you're less interested in proving a point and more invested in genuine understanding. Appreciation for the people around you grows not through dramatic declarations, but through everyday kindness. Shared meals, thoughtful gestures, moments of laughter that require no explanation. The greatest testament to the power of that revelation is how naturally it integrates into ordinary life. No grand announcement signals the change, yet everything quietly shifts. You carry an invisible steadiness into each encounter, each decision, each challenge. It isn't perfection, it's presence. The events of late September didn't hand you a script, they offered something more lasting. An unshakable awareness that your path unfolds best when you live it fully, step by step, with a mind and heart open to the endless possibilities of each new day. September 28th to 30th carries a rare moon event that highlights how perfect timing can open doors you didn't even know were waiting. These 3 days invite everyone watching to take part in a shared experience that moves far beyond a single moment on the calendar. It's a natural turning point, a chance to step into a brighter stage of life with purpose and confidence. Share in this collective shift by adding your voice below. Drop a comment about what you're ready to welcome next, and how these nights inspire fresh direction. Your words might encourage someone else who is listening for the same spark. Hit the like button to help more people discover this message, and share the video so friends and family can join the conversation. Transformation grows stronger when it's celebrated together. By interacting here, you create a circle of intention that stretches across time zones and backgrounds, reminding everyone that change thrives when people connect. Let your comment be a marker of this moment, a simple action that says you're ready for what's ahead. Support the channel if this insight speaks to you, whether through a quick like, a share, or a thoughtful note about what you're embracing in the days to come. Each gesture builds a wider community of people who believe in possibility and act on it. Join in now, and let this gathering of voices become proof that meaningful change starts with a single step and a willingness to move forward together.